Hello, today I'm going to talk about Camino and our permit application portal. With Camino and our application portal, this is a tool for those residents that have an existing permit system, but they don't have a front-facing portal that's easy to use by their residents, gathering only the information that they require. We also utilize Camino's permit guide solution as well within this tool. And again, utilizing your existing permit system if you're happy with that. The way it works is Camino's guide works before the permit is applied for when residents are trying to gather and understand what information. But now the application portal is going to use that information and gather the forms, fees, documents required, and then it'll go on to your existing permit system to do the rest. So let's jump in. First off, with Camino, you have a login page. So a resident can set up their email address and set up a password so they can save their work and go back to it. They don't need to complete it in one shot. Their work is saved for them and they can access that. In logging in, they come into a landing page of the various options available by the city, configurable by you. Coming into the residential project options, you can see we drill down on all the various options within the city. Coming to the new accessory structure option here, we will select in this option a garage. And you see Camino is asking for an address. And in this example, we will use this address here because I know that this address is in a fire zone. Camino utilizes GIS layers to identify potential additional work that may be required based on the location. Are they in a flood zone? Are they in a historical district? Maybe that type of work is unique from other areas that aren't in those areas. So in this example here, I know this address is in a flood zone. Camino gives you the option to confirm this location. And we go into the questions. The questions are based on that specific permit type, and the idea is for them to be easy to answer. In this example here, we even include options of being able to say, I'm not sure how to answer it, and give you the ability to clarify a little further. So any resident can answer these questions and go through these series of simple questions and clarifying. More than likely, your permit department are manually going through this process today. So we submit these answers, and we come to the guide that's been generated. I'm jumping ahead to a guide that has been generated and already filled out, so you don't have to watch me fill it out. You can see we have pre-application information, reviewing foundation embrace. We have attachment there. Here's a fire zone requirement hyperlink that they can go to. And again, this is because they're in a fire zone. If they weren't in a fire zone, they wouldn't see those fire zone requirements. Because we also know the zone that they're in from GIS, we can also generate the planning and setback information for them rather than giving them a bunch of options that they'll probably call you about. Then we come into the application itself. We have a form builder, so you can gather information in a form like this and build it yourself. You see it also identifies mandatory fields. So a application can't be submitted with fields missing. We can also take your existing GIS documents, digitize them, and allow them to be filled out here as well. And then give you an option for a simple drag and drop to be able to submit whether it's plot plans in this example, engineering plans, and setback verification form. Finally, we have the option for fees. So you can generate what those fees are going to be accurately within Camino and allow them to pay for these online. Another piece that you'll see here is a chat functionality. So someone has a question, they can ask their question about fees, and post this, and these questions go to the specific department that can answer this question. So it doesn't just go into a central mailbox. It comes to that department as an email. They can respond to that email, and that discussion will be stored internally inside of Camino. So now, jumping into the back end of Camino, where the permit department people or anyone in the city or county can access this tools. You can see we have all the submissions here, and we can take a look at one of these submissions. So now we can see when it was created, what type of project they're looking to do. We can also see an activity breakdown, whether it's the discussions that are being had and questions that are being asked, or potential changes that are going back and forth within the submittal. We also have the data fields that were captured, and even the questions and how they were answered within the guide itself. Within Camino, we also have an active map where you can view that. And here in this square, we would have additional GIS information for this location, if that was helpful for your permit department. We also have the documents, and we have the permit history. In this example, it's been paid. Your department now can review this submittal, and they can update the status. In this example, maybe we update the status to it needs changes, and we can put something here as to what we need changed, and update this status. You'll see Camino changes the status, but also notifies the applicant with an email of the status change, and allows them to go back into the tool, fix that, and again resubmit. So you have a complete package of everything you need, and can move on in that way. When we talk about reporting functionality now, we can certainly view payments here, and looking out over maybe the last year, seeing all those fees that have been paid in that way, and even looking at activity like a map, being able to filter down on specific date ranges, even specific project types. Maybe you want to see pools or new home construction happening throughout that time frame. We can give you that in a visual format and allow you then to come in, select one of these. Camino gives you the basic information, and even allows you, if wanted, to go in and jump into that submittal itself, giving you that ability here. We also give you the ability for reporting, and the reporting is kind of in the activity inside of your tool. In the example here, we'll look over the last month, and you can see in the last month there's been 309 guides started, and you can also see when people are coming into the tool. In this example, a lot of people coming in before the permit center is open, but also after it's been closed at night, so they can come on in their terms, gather the information that they want. You also have the ability to see the top project types being applied for, an additional map, etc. So very easy to use tool, a lot of additional functionality, but most important, very easy for your residents to gather the information they want online. If there is any additional need for additional questions, please contact us. Thanks.